So if you missed the work-based learning mandatory meeting, and I know sometimes you have lots of things to do. So what I want to do is just real quickly go over with you some of the things that we discussed. It's just some of the things that we talked about in the meeting so that you'll have that information with you as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the topic today that we were discussing was called rules and adherence to policy. And one of the questions that I asked the students, and you may take out a sheet of paper so that you can write these down yourself. So I asked that you to come up with two things that you already know about today's topic, which is adherence to policy. So I give you a few minutes to go ahead and write those two things down. So let's go ahead and check out what the definition is. Adherence to policy, when you follow company rules, when you have regulations and procedures to follow and directions that's related to safety. Display good workplace habits, keep assigned area neat and orderly, maintain equipment, determine the cause of any operating errors or equipment issues, and just take a proactive measure to address unsafe practices within the workplace. This is what we mean adherence to policy. And on every job, we have what? Policies and rules and regulations and procedures that we must follow. On the next slide, what we're going to do is going to go ahead and discuss why are rules important in the workplace, and also can you follow rules. So let's go ahead and watch the video. So you can click on this video yourselves. Well, actually, let's go ahead and play it.
Here it is. Instructions to fit in, have everybody like you, and always be happy. Step 1, breathe. Okay, got that one down. Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, city. City, how you doing? Step 3, exercise. Jumping jacks, hit them. 1, 2, 3. I am so pumped up. Step 4, shower. And always be sure to keep the soap out of your ass. Shave your face, brush your teeth, comb your hair. Wear clothes. Almost forgot that one. No, not that. Wrong. And that's it, check. Step 9, eat a complete breakfast with all the special people in your life. Hey, Planty, what do you want to do this morning? Watch TV? Me too.
Hi, I'm President Business, President of the Octad Corporation and the world. Let's take extra care to follow the instructions or you'll be put to sleep. And don't forget Taco Tuesday's coming next week. That's the day every rule-following citizen gets a free taco and my love. Have a great day, everybody.
You have a great day too, President Business. Man, he's such a cool guy. I always want to hear more of what... Wait, did he say put to sleep?
Tonight on Where Are My Pants?
Honey, where are my pants?
What was I just thinking? I don't care. Step 11, greet your neighbors. Hey, Joe. Hey, Belle. Oh, hey, Surfer Dave. Hey, bro. Oh, good morning, Sherry.
Hey, fella.
Oh, hey, Jasmine.
No.
Dexter.
No.
Angie.
No.
Loki.
No.
Bad Leroy.
No.
Fluffy.
No.
Fluffy Jr. Fluffy Sr.
No.
Jeff. No. Step 12, obey all traffic signs and regulations. Step 13, enjoy popular music.
Jump the charts again. Everything is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool with the light and the tea. Everything is awesome. And you're living on a dream.
Always use a turn signal. Park between the lines. Yes. Drop off dry cleaning before noon. Read the headlines. Don't forget to smile. Always root for the local sports team. Always return a compliment. Hey, you look nice. So do you. Drink overpriced coffee. There you go. That's $37. Awesome.
So now let's see, since they were teaching you how to follow rules, let's see if you can follow rules and directions. I would like for you to take out a sheet of paper and number that paper from 1 through 23. Okay? Slides are going crazy. Give me a second. Let's go back up to 6. Back up to 5. Okay, so what you'll see here is the worksheet. Can you follow directions? So what you want to do, it says instructions. This is a time test. You have only 3 minutes to complete it. So set your timer for 3 minutes and number your paper before you set your timer from 1 to 23. And let's see if you can follow directions. So it's asked you to read every question carefully. Put your name in the upper right-hand corner of your paper. Loudly call out your first name. Circle the word name in sentence 2. So what do you do first? I'll go ahead and let you finish that up, and then we'll move on to the next slide. On the next slide, how might we, or can you submit or think of any reasons on your job why it is important to follow rules? Write your response down for me, please. Why is it important for you to follow rules on the job? I just need 2 responses. And as you're thinking about the rules, why you should follow rules on your job, the ones that you're going to submit, then think, are those some of the rules that you're currently following on the job? Or are these some of the rules that you are not currently following on the job? Okay, the next one. Now that you've written those rules down, we're going to go ahead and watch another video about understanding rules and policy in the workplace. So this is a scenario for the workplace, talking about ethics, because this is so important on your job. Do you talk on your cell phone while you're supposed to be working? Is that ethical or unethical? Let's go ahead and find out what's going on in their workplace.
Is Carla here yet?
Does it look like she's here?
Oh, good. She can't get on me for being late. So is there going to be lunch at this thing?
It's 9:30.
Lunch then?
So what is this meeting all about, anyway?
It's something about ethics training.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
You know, I read that ethics doesn't even really have a working definition. It's all created by the media.
That's not even close to being true.
Hey, you know how they serve breakfast for dinner? How come they don't do dinner for breakfast?
Hey everyone, ready to get started?
I think we should have Chinese food.
Look, Carla, we've talked it over, and we think this whole ethics training thing is a big waste of time.
Yeah, well, we're pretty much on point with everything. Really? On point. What about expense reporting?
Mercedes, you turned in a receipt for a place called Salon Rouge.
I had a lunch meeting with a client on a bad hair day.
How bad was your hair?
Like 80s metal band? Bad.
Yeah, that works.
What about ethical use of social media?
So you think that last little bit there is too much?
This is legal now, yeah?
Oh, what legal doesn't know won't hurt them. You can't prove anything.
What about conflicts of interest? We've been shopping for distributors who won't charge us too much. Funds are, well, bad. Why?
My cousin is really high up in distribution. Man, if I could strike a major purchasing deal with the family's golden child, I promise I can get us a really good deal.
And that's just the tip of what we'll cover. There's antitrust, bribes and kickbacks, disclosing confidential information, conflicts of interest, dealing with expense reports, providing gifts and entertainment, harassment, insider trading, falsifying company documents, misuse of company assets, records and information management, responsible communication, retaliation and speaking up, safety, revenue recognition of sales, social media, and third-party risk. Sounds fun, right? Shall we?
So what do you think about that? Understanding rules and regulations and policies in the workplace. They named a few that we should be what? Especially careful of. Social media. How many of you all been on your job and you've been on Facebook? Is that ethical or unethical? Are you following rules and regulations and the policies in the workplace? What about safety issues? Everyone knows that when they're working their jobs, especially if you're working in a fast food restaurant or in a warehousing, Walmart, you should always have on closed toe shoes, both your toes and your heels. So, but you go to work and have on sandals one day. Safety. Or maybe you didn't close a door that you always should have closed. Safety. So how many people has falsified any information? Maybe you said that you were 17 when you were only 16. So all of those things can be determined whether it's ethical or unethical, or you following rules and regulations and policies in the workplace. So I hope this helped you understand. Next, what I want you to do you think that the number of rules you must follow has increased or decreased with age? Go ahead and write me down. Two things. How do you think? Do you think the number of rules you must follow increases or decreases with age? Is that yes or no? Whichever you decide, tell me why. On the next slide, what I would like for you to do is take 1 minute, write down the most important things from today's lesson that you've learned. The most important things from today's lesson that you've learned. Okay. And our next slide, there is an article, but I don't want you necessarily to read this article from this lesson today. What I'm going to do is drop this into your Google Classroom, and then we'll discuss that article from that point. I give you some questions to discuss with this article from the Google Classroom. Next, also, I've gone on and put on the your QR code for Instagram, also your Twitter QR code for Twitter, and then you have a Google form to complete. I'm also going to drop this Google form into the Google Classroom, but if you would go ahead and scan your QR code for Instagram and then your QR code for Twitter so that you can join those websites. That's part of our social media for work-based learning. Also, let me know how have your assignments been going for you. Either give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or you can just send me a little note or write it on the information that you've already completed. This is the end of our presentation. I hope that you gained some insightful knowledge that you could use on your job for rules and regulations or adhering to the rules and regulations, policies, and procedures in the workplace. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time over and out through work-based learning.